Bangladesh is one of South Asia's fastest growing economies. Data from the International Monetary Fund (IMF) shows that Bangladesh's gross domestic product now stands at 446 billion US dollars for 2023. This puts them higher than Pakistan, Vietnam, Malaysia, the Philippines, and even Iran. And with a large economy comes money. The government of Bangladesh would see a rise in taxes, which in turn they can use to fund various departments. They can now fund better infrastructures, social services, and healthcare. But most importantly, the military. Bangladesh's military is an important part of the entire country. Today, a country's military is important due to the ever-changing geopolitical landscape. There is trouble across the South China Sea. There are border issues with India and China. Every nation today needs a strong and reliable military to protect them not only from foreign threats, but even local insurgencies. So, how strong is Bangladesh's military? Is it capable of fending off foreign invaders? Or is it one of South Asia's weakest? To understand this, let's talk about how much budget they get, what their military equipment is, and any future plans. Let's first talk about who Bangladesh's military is. The Bangladesh Armed Forces is the military force of Bangladesh. It is divided into three services: the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. Currently, data from the Global Firepower or GFP shows that Bangladesh is listed as 37 out of 180 countries in terms of military strength. This puts them above countries like Portugal, Nigeria, Netherlands, Malaysia, and a long list of other countries. The GFP further shows that Bangladesh's defense budget stands at 6.9 billion US dollars. The data, however, differs from other sources, as some showcase that Bangladesh's defense budget sits at only 3.6 billion. And finally, the GFP shows the manpower of the armed forces. It has about 163,000 active personnel, 6.8 million paramilitary, 17,400 Air Force personnel, 160,000 Army personnel, and 25,100 Navy personnel. Let's first talk about the Bangladesh Army, the most vital piece of the country's defense. The Army is tasked with the country's ground warfare, meaning they fight in the ground with tanks, artillery, and vehicles. The GFP database shows that Bangladesh has about 320 tanks, 13,100 vehicles, 27 self-propelled artillery, 437 towed artillery, and 71 rocket artillery. Let's dive into the specifics. The most important piece of equipment for the Army are tanks. One of the tanks they operate is known as the MBT-2000. These tanks came from none other than China's land warfare conglomerate, Norinco. The deal to acquire these tanks valued the entire contract at $162 million, which included the delivery for all 44 tanks, alongside training for Bangladeshi personnel in proper maintenance. The MBT-2000 is notable for its enhanced angular turret, designed to accommodate additional armor layers, and its rubber side skirts that protect the tank's belly. Powered by a Ukrainian diesel engine, it can reach speeds of 45 kilometers per hour on rugged terrain. Its digital fire control system represents a significant upgrade compared to older T-55 or Type 59 tanks. Another tank is the Type 59 Dirjoy. The Type 59 is a Chinese-produced version of the Soviet T-54A tank, an early model of the renowned T-54-55 series. The first vehicles were manufactured in 1958 and entered service in 1959, with serial production beginning in 1963. The Bangladesh Army began equipping its armor regiments with a delivery of 30 T-54s from Egypt by 1975, later converted to use Type 59 parts with support from China. And by 1980, China had delivered another 36 Type 59Ks. By 2004, the Bangladesh Army had 780 Type 59Ks and Type 69 tanks in its inventory from Chinese and Iraqi stocks. In 2010, Bangladesh procured another 300 Type 59 tanks from China, along with upgrade kits. Currently, the Bangladesh Army has 562 Type 59 and Type 69 tanks in upgraded form, with others kept in storage or cannibalized for spares. By 2014, the Bangladesh Army began upgrading its entire fleet of Type 59 tanks indigenously with the help of a Chinese company, renaming them Type 59G BD or Durjoy. The Bangladeshi Type 59G featured significant upgrades to enhance firepower, battlefield survivability, maneuverability, and performance. It was fitted with a 125mm smoothbore main gun in a new turret similar to the Type 96A tank's turret. The main gun can fire ATGMs and is equipped with 28 rounds. The tank also features a secondary Type 85 heavy machine gun, a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun, and smoke grenade launchers. The Durjoy's APF-SDS round can penetrate over 500mm of RHA at 2 kilometers. Now, beyond the Army, we also have the Navy. The naval force, according to the GFP, has about 117 total assets. These are composed of frigates, submarines, corvettes, patrol vessels, and mine warfares. The most important piece of the Navy is the submarines, known as the Bangladesh's Navy Nabajatra and Joyjatra. These are Chinese-supplied Type O-35G Ming-class submarines. They were assembled at the Dalian Launan shipyard and are equipped with U-3 torpedoes and Dukes 5 sonar units, known for their anti-submarine capabilities and their improvements in noise reduction, weapons, sensors, and crew living standards. Bangladesh paid $203 million for these submarines, which was announced back in 2013. Another ship is the Type O-53H3 Zhangwei II class frigates, which are decommissioned ships from China. The newly acquired frigates, to be renamed BNS Umar Farooq and BNS Abu Ubaidah, joined Bangladesh's existing fleet of 6 frigates. This includes an older Type O-53H1 Zhangyu II class ship from China in 1989, a modified Ulsan class frigate from South Korea 2001, and 2 former planned Type O-53H2 Zhangyu III class vessels in 2014. Additionally, Bangladesh operates 2 larger Hamilton-class cutters from the U.S. Coast Guard, acquired in 2013 and 2015. Lastly, let's talk about the Air Force. The Bangladesh Air Force has about 216 aircrafts in total. This is composed of fighters, transport, trainers, helicopters, and special missions. The most important aircraft out of all of these is the MiG-29 multi-role fighters. They acquired 8 of these back in the 1990s for $124 million. The Bangladesh Air Force also has the Russian-made Yak-130 training and light attack aircraft, 16 Chinese F-7BG light attack fighter jets, and several radar systems from China and Russia. There were also upgrades to the MiG fleet with Russian assistance, and the acquisition of R-77BVR missiles further enhanced its capabilities. For transport, they operate several aircrafts. One of them is the C-13OJ Super Hercules. The delivery was completed by Marshall Aerospace, which conducted a 5-year program to upgrade the fleet. The Air Force also operates several air defense systems. They have the FM-90 anti-aircraft missile system, which was inducted in 2011. These are produced by China National Precision Machinery Import and Export, and they are an advanced, all-weather, short-range air defense system. Now, for the future, let's talk about the Air Force first. One of the most recent acquisitions announced are the Grob trainers. This is in a deal with German aircraft manufacturer Grob Aircraft for 24 G120TP training aircraft, including a technology transfer. In 2022, they also inducted the Bayraktar TB2 unmanned aerial vehicle, marking a significant advancement in its fire projection capabilities as part of Force's Goal 2030. These armed medium-altitude long-endurance drones will operate from Chattagram's Zarul Haq Air Base, enhancing surveillance and operations alongside the Bangladesh-Myanmar border, the Chittagong Hill Tracts, and the Bay of Bengal coast. Then, there is also the recent announcement for a follow-up order for 5 additional Bell 407 GXI utility helicopters from the U.S. aircraft manufacturer Bell. This order follows the induction of 2 Bell 407 GXI helicopters in 2021, making the Bangladesh Army one of the largest military operators of this helicopter model globally. For the Army, there was recent news in 2024 about being the first customer for the new generation 105mm towed howitzers from Turkey's MKE. Negotiations between Bangladesh and Turkey for the Boran howitzers began in 2019. The Bangladesh Army requires at least 180 air-portable 105mm howitzers, with an additional delivery of 18 units along with spare parts and training. Another Army equipment that was recently inducted is the radar-controlled Chinese anti-aircraft guns. The 35mm twin-barrel anti-aircraft gun system CSAA-3, supplied by Norinco. These systems are equipped with twin anti-aircraft guns, a generator trailer vehicle, and a fire control unit with its own auxiliary power unit. The overall plan to modernize the entire military is called the Forces Goal 2030. This was launched in 2009 and revised in 2017. This plan focuses on developing a versatile, technologically advanced, and well-trained defense force. What is quite surprising about all of these acquisitions is that a majority of them come from none other than China. This showcases how important China is to Bangladesh, and opting in to acquire Chinese equipment, not of the US or other Western countries, might sound concerning to Western viewers. The long list of acquisitions ranging from the establishment of an anti-missile launch pad near Chittagong port with Chinese assistance in 2008 to a 2018 military deal for 23 Hongdu K-8W intermediate training jets may question Bangladesh's foreign policy. The country has a policy called friendship to all, malice to none. While true, it does, however, show that their most important friend is none other than China. But anyway, do let us know what you think. Thanks for watching.